So in my hand, I'm holding a purple notebook, and it is the most valuable notebook I have because of what's inside of it. And what's inside, there's just, it's a lot. And because of what's inside of this, it's easily worth over $14 million to me. I think if I was to give it an exact figure, it is probably something like 14,839,000 and change. And so why is that? Well, it's the combined revenue when you take what I've written down here and if you implement it. If you stack up all the wins with my clients, the projects that I've used myself, and if you stack it all up, write it all down, it's all in here, and it's easily worth over 14 million to me. And the strategies in here for my clients in turn have produced probably over 200 million. Inside here is a lot of hard-earned lessons, a lot of mistakes, and also a lot of successes. And there are things that worked, and there are things that didn't work, and it's everything. All my secrets, all of it. But filling it out was not easy. It was a lot of pain. And I think I gave up more times than I can count. But before the 14 million secrets ended up in here, it started with my first agency sale when I made $980. So let me tell you what happened. I slammed my laptop shut. For weeks, I've been pulling 12, 10, 14-hour days trying to get a funnel up, producing results, converting, and it was up and running and it got traffic, but it was just hemorrhaging money by the minute. I had no idea how to stop the bleeding. I didn't know what was wrong. It started as a webinar funnel, but I couldn't get the conversions or the economics to work. I tried a lead magnet, but things just slowed down too much, too fast. So I tried a free plus shipping offer, a tripwire, a quiz funnel, pretty much every kind of funnel you can imagine. I tried it on this particular problem. And it was a lot of spaghetti against the wall, but none of the spaghetti stuck. And so when that happens, it's, I did what I always do or used to do when I got frustrated, which is that I got on Facebook and I started scrolling the feed just to try to numb what I was thinking and what I was feeling. And that wasn't great either, because all I saw in my Facebook feed were all these people talking about their wins. They're posting photos of them on vacation, photos of them with their team being happy and smiling and celebrating, cars, the usual luxury goods. Basically, anywhere I looked, everyone were just happy. They were winning. They were crushing it. They were doing as well as they could have hoped, and I wasn't. And so I asked myself, why can't that be me? All I saw for myself was failure. It was one punch in the gut after another, and so I closed my laptop, and I do what I think most online entrepreneurs and marketers and creators do. They shut things down, they go sit somewhere, and they grab a pen and a notebook, and they start writing. And so that's what I did. But I didn't go to my usual blue or black notebooks that I have plenty of. I went to my purple notebook, which I only have one of these. I opened up a new page, and in big letters I wrote, "What am I doing wrong? Something has to change and something has to give." And were there campaigns and funnels and ads that worked? Yeah, we got stuff that converted. It made money, the economics worked out, the conversions worked out, the numbers were there, but they would work for a while, and then something would go wrong and they would slow down and they would stop working. It's like you hit an invisible ceiling every single time. And so it was a never-ending cycle of creating new offers, launching, tweaking, optimizing, changing, relaunching, webinars, masterclasses, lead magnets, quiz funnels, books, membership sites, low ticket, high ticket, all of it. We went through all of it, and pretty quickly too, kind of breakneck speed, but we just couldn't get consistency. The economics were all over the place. Our conversions were good one day, bad the next, and we weren't quite sure what was wrong. And so we were spending a ton of money on ads, several $1,000,000 per month, and spending money to make money is easy. It's easy to spend 100K, 200K on advertising in any given month, but it's hard to make the money to keep it. And so the business was still growing. We got some results for our clients. I hired people and we just went along. And I thought that was kind of normal, that it was just a zigzag. Things just didn't come easy the first few years and for a while. So every time I did something that worked or even something that failed, I just made a note of it in my purple notebook, because I was trying to both learn from what I was gathering and also just motivation. I was trying to find things that were going to work for me, and I wanted to keep track of what was working in the purple notebooks. And I tried everything, even the really, really weird things that entrepreneurs do. Like every morning I would drink bulletproof coffee and I would try to get myself a cognitive boost. And if that didn't work, I would do the mushroom coffee, and hopefully that would somehow make my brain snap into place. Routines, rituals, planning, morning journaling, did all of that. Cold showers and ice baths, yep. I did all of that as well. Meditation apps, affirmations, the list goes on. It's just neural music, beta, delta, alpha waves that are just pumping through my noise canceling headphones. I'm doing the whole quantified self thing, and I'm tracking my data and doing it all in my purple notebooks. I was trying to have a single source of truth where I knew what was working and I knew what wasn't working. And I would invest in myself with books, courses, podcasts, seminars, and workshops to see if I could get an edge and to just grow my skill and grow my knowledge and try to get ahead and try to get an unfair advantage. And so I would spend hundreds of thousands over the years on flying to different conferences and just to find that one thing that was hopefully going to work. So I went to all the right conferences, I shook the right hands, I talked to the right people, made partnerships, formed partnerships, I picked up ideas and strategies that I was later going to implement, and I put it all in this purple notebook. And so for a while, my life was basically on repeat. I would pack my bag, get to the airport, fly to wherever I was going to, get to the hotel. When I got to the hotel, I would sit and work for several hours, catching up on Slack messages, on emails, on notifications, and check the dashboards and stats and metrics and edit things and write things and do all the things. Then I would go to dinner with business friends, and we would catch up and we'd trade secrets or trade ideas, and we'd do the dinners and we'd go to the bars and late night hangouts, and behind closed doors we would do handshake deals, and every time that I had something to share, I would give it to people and tell them about it and see what they could do. And every time I heard something, I would just type it up on my phone, and then when I got back to my hotel room, I would open up the purple notebook and I would transfer the notes from my phone to the book, because I thought if I write it up by hand, maybe there's some magic there. And so as I'm working through all this and processing what's going on, I'm trying to latch on to something, trying to find a thread or a rope that I can grab and hold on to and pull myself forward, pull my team forward. And it's like I'm running faster and faster, but success is coming slower and slower. You know, like most online entrepreneurs, we have a dream, we have a vision of a future and a life we want. And one day I come across it in my purple notebook, and the dream I had is now a nightmare. It's a life where I sacrificed for all the wrong things. And so one day I write in my notebook that something had to change and something had to give. And I'm wondering if this is really it. If everyone else is going through the same thing, is this as good as it gets? Will things get better? And so one day a friend of mine reaches out and he says, "Hey Sam, you got to try this AI tool." And kind of dismissed it. I didn't really care about AI. I was busy doing all the things. But I started to play around with it one day, one evening, as I'm finishing up a conference and I'm packing and getting ready to leave the next day. So I start to play around with it, just see what I can do. And I look through my notes in my notebook, and slowly things start falling into place. The ideas, the strategies, and the tactics that are in the notebook, I try to merge it with what this AI tool can do, and the wheels start turning. Things start changing. I'm able to finally see truly how the puzzle needs to be laid and where the connections are. And so things start working out. Our campaigns and funnels start producing better. Our clients start referring clients to us. Our projects are making a lot more money. Our experiments for clients are crushing it, and time flies by. And before I know it, my agency racked up about $28 million in revenue for us, and then $217 million for our clients. Success came slowly at first, and then bang, all of a sudden. But it came. And the only thing that made the difference was when I could step away from all the things that I was involved in, and I couldn't see above what was right in front of me. But the thinking and the strategy that I developed, and when I connected all of that with different AI tools for our marketing, things started going better. Our conversions started going up, and our revenue started going up. And so over the years, I then continued to fill out these pages in this purple notebook with a blend between the strategies, the experiments, the tactics, the minutia of what we were doing, and connecting that with how AI, different AI tools, artificial intelligence tools, helped us to turn it into reality. And so I kept this notebook because it shows the trajectory. It reveals the secrets, the blood, sweat, and tears, and all the things that I had to do to get to the point where my results and my team's results for our clients were rock solid. And so the biggest lesson that this notebook contains is that there is a different way of being creative. There's a different way of doing business and marketing that has just opened up in the past few years and just now is exploding in a new and different way. AI can enhance your work, and it can augment your creativity and your thought process and your strategizing, because there's a blend between data and data analytics and the pure human side of things, creativity. And if you use these AI tools the way I'm going to show you, you will not only be able to produce better creative work, better marketing, better businesses, and really find ways to move forward with an unfair advantage. You will be able to do all of that. But more so, as you're working with AI in the way that I show you for your marketing and creativity, it's a way to become more human. You have to make AI subservient to what you do and what you are using it for. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to open up this purple notebook over the next few months, and you will see all the things that I've done and learned, and I'm going to help you apply it to what you're doing. So I'll see you soon.